do that? Oh man, I'm an idiot sometimes. Okay. Oh gosh, my back. My shoulder's still killing me. My neck. It has
Well,
to.
it's like, what did you do?
I have no idea. It bothered me so bad yesterday, and then it just got 10 times worse by the night. And then I woke up with the same thing still. It goes all the way down to my upper back. But I can't let that stop me because I have work to get done. Nothing gets me down, Martha. Not even pain. All right. We are officially live. Yay!
Good morning.
Is Kathy here too? Where's Kathy? I
don't know.
One more thing. I thought she was coming. Okay.
I think she said okay that you were going live, but not okay that, I don't know.
Oh, she might pop in once she's up and ready. So, good morning, everyone. I got a whole full day ahead of me. And
we all just got up. Jeez.
I've been up since 5 o'clock. I've already got my eggs boiled, my macaroni boiled, my potatoes boiled.
Can anybody understand what she's saying?
You can't hear me?
Now, only if you talk into the microphone.
I guess I need to buy a microphone because I don't have one.
I can hear you right now, but you turned around. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I was walking over to my computer desk to get me my coffee from this morning.
Okay, fine. Coffee. Ooh, hey, I got tea. Toast.
Hi. Well.
Mm.
So, I think I'm going to have to go turn my air on. Because it's going to warm up today.
Yeah.
And
all that cooking, you're going to get that kitchen warm.
Yeah. No, the cooking's all done. Well, just this stuff I got to do. The homemade noodles. Hi, Phyllis. So, it was 1 degrees here this morning, Martha. That is 32 Fahrenheit.
Whoa.
Yeah, like Jeff had to cover all our plants because there was even frost on the cars. 1 sec, I gotta go close one window because I turned the air on.
Hi, Phyllis. Good morning.
And this window has got to be closed.
I've only been up like maybe 8 minutes.
We are good. Now we can get going, Karen.
Morning, BJ. And thank you for the compliments. I just read them.
Hi, BJ. Hi, I'm not for sure. Hi, Lisa. Oh, it's Lisa. Haven't seen you for a long time. I even forgot your name. Where have you been hiding? Okay, so I invented a recipe that I'm about to make. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but my kids loved it. And when I was about, I don't know, 14 years ago, when I was living in another town, Palmerston, which is in the eastern part of Ontario, so it's about an 18-hour drive from where I live. I was living there for 5 years. And one day I just thought, I'd like to make homemade egg noodles. And I tried it, and it was a flop. But what I discovered making these egg noodles was they turned into something different. I turned them into a dumpling, and it was a hit with my family. My daughter always messages me, Mom, are you going to make your homemade noodles with your fried bacon and onions? I'm like, no, it's a lot of work and I don't want to. So I promised her for the family barbecue that we're having tomorrow that I would make her egg noodles or dumplings. That's the term I'm using. This is not your ordinary dumpling recipe. This is my recipe, and if there's something I put in it you don't like, you don't have to add it, but I'm telling you, these things are incredibly good. Now, first of all, we got to start with flour. And my God, I don't measure stuff, so make to however much you want. You're going to see how easy this is. So I'm using a half cupper, and I'm heaping this half cupper because I don't like measuring. So there's about, I don't know, 2.5 cups. There's maybe 3 cups. I have to make lots because there's men in my family that are going to pig out on this. So that's it for the flour. Now, to your flour.
My mom used to make so good of them little, we call them slider dumplings.
Yeah, that's probably what these are. And it could very well be. So now you're just going to smash a bunch of eggs in here.
A bunch of eggs?
Yep, I'm not even going to, I'm just going to drop them in till I think I have enough. So that's 2.
That might be my problem. Maybe I don't put enough eggs in.
Yeah, you got to be careful with stuff. If you want things to be light and fluffy, use eggs and milk. There's 5.
What I'm trying to do, I use like about 1 cup of flour to 1 egg.
6.
I need 2 eggs.
Let me just have a little go at this. Give them a little stir up. Nope, that's not quite enough eggs. Nope. This is a lot of dumplings.
It's a lot of flour?
Yeah, but it's going to make a substantial amount. And good thing about this, it's like pierogies. You can freeze them. So I've already lost count of how many eggs. Maybe this is 8. I don't know. There's 9. Patsy went home, Lisa. She had some things to take care of at home. There's 10. All right, let's give these a little beat in the bowl. Now that's looking pretty good. It's kind of a yucky yellow. Yep, that looks really good. Now to this, I'm going to add some half and half. You can use milk. You can use half and half. You can use whatever ingredient you want. I just find milk a little bit watery. Okay. But the milk will make these nice and fluffy when we get to cooking them. I'm going to add a bit more milk. Actually, I'm going to add the rest of my cream, which I have another one. Now, before I add my water, whoopsies, I'm just going to put my eggs back in the fridge now because I'm done with my eggs. Get rid of these eggshells, which are great for the garden, and that's exactly where Jeff puts them, in his garden. So, just gotta put them in our little jar here that he's got going. And I'm gonna wash my hands. I don't like that egg all over. Okay, now we're going to add some water. You want a really thick, gooey, gunky batter. Really loose.
One thing I remember that my mother said when she made her little dumplings is that it's got to have a sheen to it, a very slight sheen.
Yes. We got to incorporate. It's looking pretty darn good.
All it is eggs, flour, and water.
Yes. And a goopy looking mess like this. You need this. This is how it's gotta look. It's gotta be very thick and elasticy. Now, you wanna let it rest for about 10 minutes. And that comes to tell me that my water's not quite boiling. So I've had it on low heat. Now to this, you wanna add some salt and some pepper. For taste. That's it. So I'm gonna go crazy with the ground pepper. This fresh ground pepper is so good on these.
So how many eggs did you put in there?
10.
Wow.
Yeah. They'll be very fluffy. Like, you don't want to taste flour. You want to taste something.
Right. That's probably my problem. I didn't put enough eggs in it.
Yeah, you need eggs. Lots of eggs. So that's a good amount of crushed pepper. And now I'm going to put some Himalayan sea salt in this. And this is actually the only salt we ever use in this house. I don't even have white table salt. So you want to add a good amount because you want flavor. Now you're just going to mix up your dumplings if you can, because it's quite thick. And this is a very heavy duty fork, so it's not going to.
Now the picnic, your picnic's tomorrow, right?
Yep, the barbecue. Yeah, it's tomorrow.
This dish that you're making is better served up cold?
No, absolutely not. No, it's better served up warm, and that's all I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm putting it in a, sorry, I'm putting it in a throwaway tinfoil pan, and then I'm just going to shove that in the oven with tinfoil on top and just preheat this in the daytime. You know, just on really low heat. You don't want to cook it. But the bacon and the onions will obviously give it a lot more flavor. So I'm just going to keep mixing this. Really, this is perfect. It's got to be goopy and thick like this. Really goopy and thick. That is it. It is done. It's very sticky. Not even going to lie to you, but this was actually an accident, this dish. Because the homemade noodles that I was trying to make back in the day flopped. They turned into this. And then my daughter's like, Mom, these are like dumplings. And I'm like, yeah, aren't they? So you need to have a pot of water, which I have right here. It's a pot of water that's not quite at the boiling point that I need it to be. So it'll give this some time to rest. Now, you can use 2 spoons to drop these into the boiling water, or you can use a piping bag and a piping tip. This is a Russian piping tip. So this is from the Russian set. So I'm going to try a piping because the 2 spoons, they just take too long. So I am definitely going to try really hard to fill up a piping bag.
Good luck with the piping.
Yep. Thank you.
That's probably why they use spoons.
Yep. I'm going to try it. I have nothing to lose. It is very elasticy and very hard to scoop up. But it works perfect scooping up an amount on teaspoons. But I want to try it this way. And I will be moving my camera over the stove so you guys can see over the stove. Why not? One more scoop. Okay, and I'm just going to set this off to the side. We're done with the water. And I'm just going to move my camera over because I do have a nice boil going on here. Really nice boil. You can see the pot. Sweetness. Okay. There we go. We're perfect. So, I don't want to... That's what you want. A nice rolling boil and fogged up camera. Just taking the lid off at first. Get it to the camera to cool off. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down just a notch. You don't want it too boiling crazy. All right. Let's see how it works with a Russian.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give them a squirt, drop them. This works way better. I'm just dropping these. Oh my gosh, it works awesome. You want them small.
You got that 2-minute delay.
Oh, I don't know why I never invented this idea before.
Oh, scissors, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you're going to need a knife.
Okay, so I've lost my boil. I'm going to bring it back up to temperature. You want to just drop a whole bunch in here. You're making little tiny dumplings. You don't want them too big. You want them a little bit like bite-sized. All right, so we are good for now. And I'm just going to let those come to the top and surface. Where is my spoonie? Yep, give them, and I'm using a rock Dutch oven. This is the rocks. And you want to let these, and you know what? This makes, these are beautifully done. Oh my God, I love the piping bag. I like this tip, guys. Hi, Ashini.
How much flour do you think you used?
I used, I think, over 4 cups. So I used about 5 cups with 10 eggs. About 5 cups of flour, 10 eggs, some milk or cream. Cream will make them very fluffy. If you don't use milk or cream in yours, they will be so dense. Not so dense, but they'll be dense. And you don't want them dense. You want them to be really, look at how perfectly these are made with the piping bag. Like I'm getting a really nice, consistent little mini dumplings here. They're working out but I need to bring this water to a boil again. Hi, Robert. The flour, I just said, S. Haney, about 5 cups is what I used in this recipe, but that's going to make a lot, you'll see. And to me, a lot is great. The more the better. But these need to boil because these need to cook and get really fluffy. And you will see how fluffy these will get. So I'm just bringing my water back up to a boil. So we'll just wait on this and I'll have a drink of my coffee. This just made my life a lot easier because if you use the 2 spoons, It's time consuming, and little bits and pieces always end up falling in your water, and it makes your water a mess. So I like this. This is,
Yeah, but it makes it flavor.
well, I like,
Yeah, it does. When you do the spoon, it does. You do get a lot of mess in it.
yeah. See, now they're starting to get a little bit fluffy because they're starting to cook. And that's what you want. When you see them all, when you see the dark gone out of the centers of them, you know they're cooked, and you can take them out. And I got a frying pan ready because we got to fry up our onions and bacon. I haven't done that yet. But I do have a colander with a bowl here ready to dump these into. And I'm going to give them a rinse after because they are going to stick. But when you rinse them, they all come back apart. So this is what this is basically what you're going to do. Look at how, see, I can see that still dark in the center.
Excuse me, I have a coughing problem today, I think.
Look at how pretty these are beautiful sized dumplings. I'm very pleased with that method. I really am. So we're just going to let them boil away a little bit. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so, and make sure you put lots of salt and pepper in them. You need to add salt and pepper. As regardless how much you hate salt and pepper, you have to add it. It's one of the key values in it. To me, it just brings, like these are fluffing up. That is perfect. They're going to shrink back down. They will shrink back down once they cook. But I want to make sure they're thoroughly...
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Kathy. I want to make sure they're thoroughly cooked. So nice and fluffy. And they're getting to that point. And we're fogging up. Actually, I'm going to have to turn my fan on. That way it'll suck up some of that.
Yeah, just kind of tilt your camera to one side then.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Robert, these won't
I
stick.
still just my mom's slider noodles like that. You know.
These won't stick, Robert. I'm using a non-stick Dutch oven. This is a raw. Okay, so I think these are cooked. I think these are actually perfect. Look at this. They're beautiful. And I'm just going to drop them over here into a colander. And I'm going to get that boiling water back up to really boiling again. And I'm going to drop a bunch
I don't
of
hear what you're saying because you're away from the speaker.
All right. Here we go.
And I imagine with like any other noodle, salt your water when you boil it.
Nope. You've got enough salt in your noodles. Don't salt your water. You want to keep your salt in your noodles.
All right.
Yeah. Don't worry about salting the water. We're not making pasta. This is basically dumplings. So there we go. That one is empty, and my God, this was actually a real treat to have it like that. So I'm going to wait till they're going to eventually come to the top on their own. You don't even need to stir them. We're going to just cook away. You're going to have some big ones, some little ones, you know. I'm just refilling my piping bag. Wow, this makes for a lot easier and less mess. Yeah, when they're ready, see how they're very dense and the edges are white and this is dark. So they're going to come to the top. They'll surface all on their own. That's what they look like. All cooked. And I've been making this for years and years. We'll turn that down so you guys can hear me. What did you say? Off the butter will stop what together. Oh, I see, Robert. Yeah, I don't want to put any more grease into this, believe me. So I believe they have all surfaced. And now we'll just let this was, oh no. I know there was one I dropped in here. Nope, they all look pretty darn good size. Never mind. Let me, just never mind. So you'll see again, keep your water at a consistent boil because you see I dropped only so much in and then I stopped because I didn't want to cool my water off too much. I wanted to leave it boiling. And that's basically what you want to do too. And these are really nice. Like, oh, look it. This is going to fry up and it's going to be toasty brown on both sides. Toasty brown. That'll be just, oh, wait till you taste it. And I think toasting it in a frying pan is what gives it that extra flavor. For some reason, toasting flour, you can see they're getting nice and fluffy. They'll start to get light. When you pick them up, you can feel they're not so dense. Then you know that they're cooked. That's a good indication too. Okay, I think that round is done, definitely. So you want to just pick them up, give them a shake, throw them in the colander, and they'll shrink back down to size. So I want my water to come back up to a boil. Cut that off. And here we go again. I got air in there and I can see it. On that big one. These are my kitchen scissors, by the way. I don't use these, go in the dishwasher. They're kind of getting really, see how my water's starting to slow down? Just want to do it until your water starts to slow down. There we go.
Don't overload your pot.
Nope. We'll just let those come to a boil. So you can see how these are not so light and fluffy. It's just like, I'm going to cut that one in half because I find that one to be a little too big. So let's just wait till they float to the top. As you can see, they do, all by themselves. Because they're not so dense now. They're starting to lighten up as they cook. So they're all starting to rise. Isn't this cool? I'm going to go grab a fan, so I'll be right back. So go on my pot so it doesn't go outside.
Yeah, I love slider noodles. Oh my gosh, I like to just put them in some chicken broth and have it like that. Forget the chicken soup. Just the noodles and broth.
Oh, yeah, Martha, that would be really good.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so I get a fan blowing on it. It'll blow the steam away, and I can turn my thing off. So yeah, there we go. That is much better. And then I can turn this off. All right. So they're also.
Lisa said she can smell the dish all the way over there.
Oh, you can? Hey. Awesome. So that fan's helping, isn't it? Just making sure there was none stuck on the bottom, and there's not. So yeah, that's a lot better with the fan, isn't it? I'm so smart. I'll be right back.
The fan, yes, what a good idea.
Yeah.
And because she has us girls on Facebook, we have like a minute and a half delay. So.
Yeah.
Well, there's Kathy.
Yeah, yes. I'm here. What is she making?
She's making them slider dumplings with the bacon and onions.
Oh, I've never seen her before. I've never.
Well, I've got lots of bacon grease, so that might be what's for breakfast today.
Well, all right then.
You guys want this for breakfast? Martha would.
Well, I'm
Martha,
thinking about it. That might be what's for breakfast, because I got bacon grease.
you're gonna make dumplings, Martha?
I just might.
Oh my
I'm going to try
gosh.
it with 1 cup of flour and 2 eggs.
Yeah, that'll work. 2
Yeah.
eggs, a little bit of cream or milk, whatever
I
you
made
got.
them the other day or a couple weeks ago, but I only used like 1 cup flour, 1 egg.
Oh
They
yeah.
weren't too bad, but I think that's, I need another egg in
Yeah, you want it to be a little more fluffier. So, yeah, you want to definitely. You can see it's blowing away. So, yeah, that's working out perfect. Hey. Why didn't I vent this before? And you can see really, they're not really sticking. You see, Robert, look, they're not even sticking in here. So that is awesome. And I kind of want them to drain before I fry them because they'll just splatter and make all kinds of ruckus. All right, these ones are definitely cooked. I love seeing the little pepper in there, and I've got my pepper grinder on.
Garlic butter. Oh, yeah, right, Robert.
Oh,
Garlic
yeah,
butter.
there you go. You guys can do whatever you want. You can make a nice melted garlic butter and put it over top of this. That would be awesome, too.
With some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese on top.
Yes, ma'am. So we want to bring our pot back up to a rolling boil. So I just turned it back up.
Yeah, garlic butter and Parmesan.
Oh my God, these would be so good. They'll almost be like a gnocchi, but they're not made with mashed potatoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Hi, Hazel. Good morning.
Who did you say hi to? Because I can't see from here.
Hazel.
Hi, Hazel. We've got a full day ahead of us on cooking today.
Hi,
So what is the next dish you're going to cook after this?
I'm going to make my deviled eggs, and then I'm going to
wow.
make my egg and potato salad, my macaroni salad, and that's it. So now it's time to refill my cup.
And what time are we supposed to be there?
Yeah, right.
Around
Like
5-ish.
yesterday. We're supposed to be there
That's my
yesterday.
flight.
I still have lots of batter left.
Just make sure you pick me up at the airport.
I will. Just let me know when your flight comes in.
Hopefully
Oh,
I
Kathy, let's film it. Let's hitchhike. We haven't done
We're
that.
having prime rib steak with mushrooms too, guys. I got to do my mushrooms up. Oh, that's what I'll do while I'm here, is do the mushrooms up. Because I do those on the barbecue as well, in a tin foil pan with soy sauce. No oils. I'm not an oil person. I hate grease. I don't think I have stressed that enough in my previous cooking videos. But if I can avoid anything with grease in it, I will, except bacon. I mean, come on. Bacon is bacon. You gotta have a little bit of grease with bacon. But I
bacon
mean,
is life.
Oh my gosh, everybody's booking a flight. We're all coming.
bacon is life. But when Jeff makes me breakfast, he takes my bacon and squishes it in paper towel because I can't stomach the grease. I just have, like, these are beautiful. My God, I love the piping. It just makes them all consistent size. I love that. Oh my God. The
Hey,
spoon.
Phyllis, good morning.
The spoon doesn't
Phyllis
do
says,
that.
will that batter keep in the fridge and still act the same?
Okay, I'm going to be absolutely honest. I've never done that. So I would say no. I would say not to do that because if it doesn't work out after that, I don't want to be held liable and say, yeah, you can store it in the fridge. If you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't want you guys to waste your food. Look how long it takes to just whip that batter up. It's very quick. And you just let it rest for a few minutes, just so the flour can break down in the eggs. But yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's a wise thing to do. And why I say that is I'm just scared your batter's going to get so thick that you're going to have to add more eggs, maybe more water, and then you're going to ruin the consistency that you originally were going for. So I would definitely say no, don't do that. It doesn't take that long to make up this recipe, and letting it sit for 10 minutes, you can whip it up and start cooking it right away. Now, after they're cooked, yes, you can definitely store them in the fridge and cook them the next day. You don't have to cook them right now. I just don't have time tomorrow to spend in my kitchen cooking because I have a lot of yard work to get ready for the preparation of the family barbecue, and we do a lot for our family barbecues. And I promise I'm going to video tomorrow. I'm going to show you guys everything, what we did. I just don't have time to do this cooking tomorrow. And besides, these are always better the next day. I don't know what it is about food. Potato salad, macaroni salad. You make it the one day, you eat it the next. It just tastes way better. So I probably...
Robert says no, it will go flat and it will sink.
What?
The batter.
Yeah, if I put that in the fridge, can you imagine, Martha? All the flour will eventually absorb every liquid that's in it. It's like a pasta. It will soak up every ounce of water, whether it needs it or not.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have...
it won't work.
Right. And then now you've already got this so thick batter that you can't do anything with. And you're going to have to add more water to it or milk. And again, it's going to change the consistency of what you really need and the flavor. It's going to ruin your flavor. It may taste watery to you if you add more water to it. So that's just... a good question, though. That is a really good question. And I'm being really honest that I have never done that. I've never made this batter and put it in the fridge. I've made Yorkshire pudding where I left it out on the counter all day until supper time because they require you to do that. So, but I didn't put it in the fridge. So these are done. Scoop these little babies out. And we'll get our water back up to a boil. It's starting to get lower. I may add some more water to that and bring it back to a boil. So it's going to cool it down, and I'll put it on full blast. the joys of having a non-stick skillet, Dutch oven. This won't take long to come back to a boil. And in fact, I'll just put the lid back on it because it will boil quicker. Yeah, so in the meantime, I'm just thinking I'd rather wait till I have all my noodles before we're going to fry these all up and get them all nice and crispy. You could eat them like that, right into a bowl of chicken soup. Oh yeah, you could definitely just throw those in chicken soup when you're... I wouldn't throw them in the pot because again, if you throw noodles in a pot of liquid soup, you're going to end up with thick mush. I would just take a few in your hand and dump them in your bowl or scoop a few into your bowl. Hey Rose, welcome. I would just put a few in your bowl.
From Germany.
Yes, welcome. And store the rest in a Ziploc bag. But don't take them and throw them in your whole pot of soup. I will never do that, even with like noodles. I wouldn't throw them. I pre-cook them. I get the starch out of them. I always rinse them. The only time I don't rinse pasta noodles is when I'm making actual pasta sauce, making the noodles. I don't rinse the noodles because you need that little bit of starch for your sauce to stick to them. But for this kind of stuff, I don't think these are very starchy, so I'm not going to worry about that. And the reason you need to cook them at a good amount of time is you need to cook the gluten out of them. You need to cook the flour. Flour is yucky if it's not cooked, believe me. It's like when you make gravy and you use flour for your gravy. If you do not cook that gravy long enough and get that floury, gluten-y taste out of it, your gravy's going to taste like flour. Believe it or not, it's the truth. So, in case you didn't know that. Hi, Tanya.
Come on.
So, yeah, we're getting there. It's almost back at its full boil. I've only got half my burner on because I don't want it to be steaming like crazy. Close this up a little. So it doesn't dry out. Oh, thank you, Rose. Thank you very much. Yeah, and you'll see when I fry these dumplings that if they're really wet, they're going to go because you got to drop a little bit of olive oil into them. So they brown. If you don't put oil in them, they're not going to brown. They're just going to be burnt pieces of flour. So you don't want that. You just want to get them nice and golden brown. You don't want to kill them either. It's getting there. It's getting there. I got a little fan blowing over here, so it's right here. It's right on top of my cutting board, actually. So I've got another probably 2 more pots of stuff to do, and that's it. That made a lot of dumplings. I mean, you're not going to eat a lot of these at one serving because this is very filling. So you can see my batter is it's like ribbon. And it comes out of that piping tip really easily. So I thought I was going to have problems squeezing it out. But look, Martha, I didn't. I thought it was going to be hard, so. Hey. I'm just going to go grab a chair to sit down while I'm waiting for that pot. have left that unattended. Damn. Ooh. I'm going to wipe that up right away. That will burn on my stove. That'll be a nightmare to clean. Get that picked back up.
Sounds like somebody's got water problems and they're digging her up.
Uh-oh. In your place?
Well, they're tearing down.
All right. Come back to a boil. There we go. We're okay now. Okay, so let's get her in. Plug it in, plug it in. That one, off that one. That was a big one.
That isn't another work than bead. I'm not understanding that, Rose. Imagine adding food coloring and having little colors for kids for their little meals.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's at its peak. So we'll wait till those boil. All right, we're gonna bring out the trusty old double heater. That's what we're gonna do.
Hi, Sol. Good morning.
Hey, Tracy. Good morning. Oh, I brought a chair to sit down, and I'm standing.
So who's all gonna make this for breakfast?
Martha. Martha. Hey. Martha. Martha, you can't. You don't have time to make this for breakfast. It's going to be your lunch and your supper. I guarantee you're going to get addicted to these.
Well, we shall see.
I guarantee you. You like dumplings, you're going to love these.
I always watch the Pearls video.
The Pros video.
Pearls.
Oh, pearls. Okay. I see. They're coming to the top, they're surfacing, but I am sitting down just to get off my feet a little bit because they are hurting already. I was on my feet all day cleaning yesterday. And then we went grocery shopping, and then we went to the dollar store, and I took the girls with me. By the time I got home and got everything put away, I was like, I'm dead to this world. It was 3 o'clock. And then we just ate out because I was too lazy to cook after all those groceries.
Yeah, so what'd you have for eat-outs?
We had McDonald's.
McDonald's, that's all I ever eat out is McDonald's.
And pizza. That's all that I really like. I'm a fuss
You know, like KFC, like fried chicken, or
oh yeah, we had KFC.
like a fish and chip dinner.
We don't have a place here that has fish and chip dinner for delivery. Unfortunately.
Oh, I love a good fish and chip dinner.
Making sure.
I'm getting hungry for some KFC myself.
There we go. Now we got this to a nice rolling boil because I've got.
Big fan of KFC.
I've got double burner.
Morning, Bonnie.
You see, double burner going.
Hello, just speaking pretty. Oh,
I think I'll turn this down a notch because I don't want it to boil over again.
How late do you work today?
7.
Ooh, it is
That's pretty late.
a long day, huh?
These are going to cook
Morning, Amy.
pretty quick.
Hi, Martha.
Hi, Amy.
It's
Hi,
fine.
Ruby.
It's fine, but I bet you're glad to be back, though, aren't you? Get back on schedule.
I am.
Get back.
Now can you see
somewhat
why
over
Jeff? Now can you see why Jeff married me? It was for no other reason.
No, he married you because you're a gamer, woman.
No, I'm not. I told
You're
you.
a gamer. You said you met on a game. You're a gamer. He loved you for gaming.
Right, right. I forgot.
Just the food happened to come along after that, though.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And you made him his own quilt.
That definitely didn't get me grounds for marriage. These are really nice and big and fluffy, but like I said, they do shrink back down. So now we really got this on a really good rolling boil. I should be able to get the rest of these done in lickety-split time.
Look at it. They want to crawl out of the frickin' boat.
What do you
You
mean?
got a little too much water in there.
No, not really. You need lots of water because they need to float. Remember that. And
Well, I know they need to float.
I just keep
My mom always said once they hit the top of the water, they're done.
Yeah, no, they're not. That's not true. Bisquick maybe, but not these. These are too dense. You got to let them cook. But I keep dipping my scissors into the water. Yeah, because that helps it to release the dumpling. There we
Right.
go. Now,
When you do it with spoons, wet your spoon first before you do it.
yeah, but your spoons get so gunked up because it cooks on them. And that stuff is hard to get off of your spoon. Believe me.
No.
Like this stuff is going to be nasty to get out of my bowl. So I'm just going to soak it. So there we go. That empties that. We are great. Great. I gotta soak this because I'll never get it clean. It's already hardening. It's like glue. Are they gonna boil over anytime soon? Not really. There's one kind of stuck. Get up. There we go. Get those on rolling boil. Then we'll get them fried up. And I'll just have a seat. Whew. I'm hot. I need the fan on me. I'm sitting in my computer chair. So let's see. Dump the hot water from the pot when you're done into the bowl to soak a little. That will loosen it up. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Don't scratch on the new non-stick. Robert, these pots actually don't scratch. They're not like a Teflon. The Rock is a much, much more healthier coated pot than a Teflon. And they're very strong. And my daughter bought me these pots for Christmas 2 years ago, I think. Yes. And oh my God, they are the
And she cannot use Teflon with the birds.
No, and I cannot use Teflon with the birds. Absolute no-no. If you want to go research it, type in Teflon and parrots. and read what it says. It could kill your bird after you use it the next day. Your bird can die. Just depends. Something in Teflon that is extremely dangerous to birds. So these rock pots are the bomb. I have 2 rock frying pans that they are well used, believe me. Jeff cooks everything in them, like our eggs in the morning, bacon, everything gets cooked in the rock pots. So I won't have quite a full amount. This is what's left. That's it. Not quite a full thing, but it'll make a few noodles. And this way, I waste nothing with using a pipe bag. And you could see after all those were nice and fluffy, look at how they shrink up. See that? They're no longer, they fluff up in the water and then they shrink, but they're very light. I can tell they're very fluffy. It's awesome. And the eggs and the milk is what makes them like this. So these are cooked, like, see how big these are?
Okay, Tanya. Have a good day.
Bye, Tanya. Have a good day. Done. Now, here is the last of our whoopie. I'm going to flatten that
Come
out
on,
a bit.
things will work right today.
And I used a piping bag that I don't have to wash, so it's disposable. It's going right in the garbage when I'm done. But not my tip, because that belongs to my Russian piping set.
Nobody throws their tips away, honey.
This bag just ripped, so looks like that's it, because I'm not going to be able to get the rest of this to squeeze out. Maybe a little bit more. Yep, the bag ripped. Great.
So did you use a Ziploc baggie?
Ow. No, that's an actual piping bag. It's the real deal.
I'm not for sure. Says bye-bye, Ruby. Love ya.
What?
Lisa. Lisa is her name. Bye, Lisa.
Bye, Lisa. Have a good day, Lisa. Okay. We are done with that. We're done with, I'm going to soak my scissors in that pot. I'm going to put some water in this cup because there's noodles that are...
Yeah, I went and bought me a new pair of kitchen scissors at the dollar store, and oh my God, what a difference.
Oh, I know.
My kitchen scissors are so old that they can't even cut a piece of paper anymore.
Yeah, I have 2 pairs from my paper crafting collection of scissors, big ones. They're both in, because this knife block holds 2 of them, so I got 2 pairs. And Jeff just throws them in the dishwasher. But they're starting to get really stiff, you know, because they need to be oiled. That's from putting them in the dishwasher, of course.
Well, I got the red and white Betty Crocker ones. I love them.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't have all the gadgets on them like my regular kitchen scissors do, though.
Right, right. All right. We're getting there.
Stowe's going to raid the refrigerator. Actually, I got a piece of watermelon I got in the refrigerator. I'm going to go get meat. I'm hungry.
I made everyone hungry.
So we get mow down off stupid. I like it. And I am going to make these noodles down to the room.
There we go. Not quite done. Nope. Just about done. They're just about done. Then all the noodles are made. Hi, Yvonne. How are you? Hi, Rachel. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Rachel, hi, Yvonne.
Good morning. Good morning to
Hello,
you.
Rachel.
Hello, Rachel.
Oh, God, I love watermelon.
Yeah, me too. Yesterday we bought cherries. Oh my God, were they good. And Miku loves cherries. Yep. Okay. So these are looking like they're just about done. Hey, just about done. Perfect. They're so
Cherry, yeah.
perfect.
I'm gonna want to eat my watermelon at night, and it's like, nope, ain't gonna go, nope, not during the night. I'll have it for breakfast.
All right. I'm going to turn that burner off for now while I get rid of the hot pot. And that's it. They are done. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to dump it in that. We are good. Now I'm going to bring over my frying pan onto here. And I'm going to turn it back on. These are going to go over here because we're going to get some olive oil in the pan. And we want to just bring that olive oil to get a little bit heated. So I'm just going to turn that right down because I do not want that to scorch. I just want to get it nice and hot. I gotta go get a dish. Well dish. I just gotta give it a little wipe out. Keep that lid.
Okay, so what do we have in the pan?
Just olive oil. That's it.
Couldn't hear you.
Olive oil.
Olive oil, I thought you were using bacon.
Oh, I will be using bacon, but we have to brown them. So, I'm going to dump some in here. And you want to kind of brown them a little bit. So, let them get brown on one side.
Amy said, can you use,
What?
if you could do these as cast iron. Can you use cast iron?
I don't see, as long as it's a seasoned one, I don't see why not.
There you go, Amy.
Yep. Because they won't stick in a seasoned cast iron. Nothing sticks. You can cook eggs in a seasoned cast iron frying pan.
My mom always used cast
I
iron.
think.
Okay.
Robert says just got a new set of 12-inch cloth tailor scissors. Oh my, they are sharp.
Okay, so
Yeah, they are, Robert.
we want these to get a little golden brown on one side, and then we'll flip them, throw them in the pan, and they're nice and brown. That's all I'm looking for, is a brown spots on it. That's it. You ain't gonna get them everywhere. So I'm gonna turn my pan up a little bit. The only thing the oil is good for is it will it will help them to turn brown. If you don't brown them, then they just don't taste as good. This gives it like a toasted flavor. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. Might be, might not be. Who knows? Who knows? I might get things cleaned up. Get them nice and brown. There we go. Now we're seeing some brown on it. That's what you want to see. Some brown. And they're crunchy. A little bit crunchy. But they're still very soft and tender inside. Look at that. Just beautiful color. That's what you want. Right there. So you're going to let them brown a little bit and dump them out. On this side,
Rose says your breakfast looks like a lot of work with a heart.
no honey, this is not breakfast. Not breakfast at all.
This is going to be a dish for her cookout.
Yep, it's just a side dish. It's going to be a hot dish, but it's a side dish. So you can see they're all crispy and brown now. Dump. Now let's get some more oil, a little hot. Don't need a lot. That might be a little too much, but that's okay. I'll take a few out. Might have put too much in. You just want enough to coat the bottom. So they all get a little bit of crispy brown on them. Now they're going to start cooking quicker now. This one's got 2 in it. Stuck together. Now they will not stick together anymore. That one's not going to get any brown on it either, that one. Oops, this one's got 2. No, probably could use a little more browning on that one. A little bit more. There we go. Ooh, nice crispy one.
Robert wants to know if you can put cheese in the mix.
Yes. Oh. No, I would say you can, but your cheese is going to drip all in your water.
That would make a mess.
I would definitely put the cheese on top of them like this. That would be amazeballs. There we go. Let that burn up a bit. Yep, now they'll never stick together. They are perfect. Look at that. Beautiful.
Other than that, she's making dumplings, not pierogies.
Looking pretty darn good. Get these ones browned a little more. Just want a little toasty flavor on them.
There's flavor in the brown, as they say.
There is. I truly believe in that. And there we go. And that looks like about a good amount. So I'm going to cut one open so you can see inside what it looks like. Oh my God. They almost taste like a dense pancake. Oh, that is, oh. Salt and pepper flavor.
It's such a shame that I can't try them. I'm really hungry. They look so delicious.
They are delicious. I'm telling, oh my God, the flavor in these. Oh, with very basic ingredients. Very, very basic ingredients. Oh, I'm glad. This is how cooks become chefs. They make dishes, they screw them up, and then what they were going for didn't turn out. So that's basically what happened to me. This is the time-consuming part, is getting them all fried, because you got to leave them kind of flattened, you know, so that they all get a little bit of brown on them. Oh, that one was hiding. There we go. Let's crisp those up. These are incredible. Incredible. Look at, these are called my fried dumplings. To have to call these Canadian dumplings. That'll work. That'll work. They all look like they've got a little toast on them. A little crusty. Ooh. That needs a little there. That needs a little more. That needs a little. So does that. Perfect. And it already starts to smoke because it gets very hot very quick. So before I put it back on the burner, get some stuff in it. Some dumplings in there. And plus, when you fry them, they're no longer sticky. Right now, they're a little bit sticky because they're still moist. This will stop it too. There we go. I could probably squeeze one more in right there. There we go. My God, once you eat one, you just want to eat more. I don't want to eat anymore. I'm going to get friggin' bloated and full. Whew, I'm hot. Wow, that one's got nice color on it. Whew, I'm hot. Very hot. Beautiful color. Get up. Jeez, that one just wants to give me a hard time. There we go. Yep, the tarts for the gazebo. Ooh, I seen the guy bring them. I just didn't go get them. Jeff, could you bring my fan in here? I'm really dying. Hello, Miku.
Good morning, Miku.
Look at that nice toasty brown one. Take these ones out. Jeff, you get to try one and tell everyone what you think of these. Just get to try one. And that's all. One. Oh, turn it more. I don't want it to oscillate. Turn it to me. More. More. Oh, praise Jesus. All right. Look at that. Nice brown on those. You're taking a hot one? Take one that I made previously. It's not so hot.
And they do look like scallops.
They're good.
Well, I like scallops too.
I hate scallops.
I like lots of seafood. Hello, Pepper Jackie. She is actually making a dumpling recipe.
Hi, Pepper Jackie? Oh, oh my God. I'm sorry, Martha. I had another one.
What?
I had to have another one.
Are you sampling the merchandise?
I sure am, and you are going to love this. You are going to love these. They don't take long to brown, as you can see. Do those say 8 by 8?
8 by 10. 8 by 10. What?
Home Depot's website said 8 by 8. But when I went to check out, it said 8 by 10. And if you go back, it still says 8 by 8.
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's all we need. It's a fire. Oh. One more little frying pan. I'm gonna get them all with a little bit of oil on them on both sides. There we go.
Bye, Robert. Now I'm off to make some. Have fun and thank you.
He's going to make some?
This isn't done yet, Robert. It's not done.
I'm not done. You're welcome, Robert. They're good just like that without the onions and bacon. That made quite a bit, guys. Nice family size for sure. Again, it's not going to be just the only meal we have. Ooh. I like when they get nice golden brown on them. That's when they taste the best. You can taste that, I don't know, when you bite into it, you can actually taste that nice.
Good morning, Patsy.
Hey, Pat.
Patsy.
Love,
I can
love.
almost see some ragu put over it.
Yes, you can do that.
Oh, you can do a lot with them noodles.
Yep. Yeah, this isn't all I'm doing, Robert.
Went to the store the other day, and I thought, well, I'm at this one store. I'll check and I'll get me some ragu. Not one bottle of ragu. All the Prego in the world you want, but no ragu.
No ragu. Okay.
But if you take ragu and a bottle of Prego and mix them together, oh my lord, yum.
Much better.
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is the last of them. That is excellent. Those will brown up nicely. Coat them all with a
Hi,
little
Paula.
Hi, Paula. Or did you say bye?
Yes, she made the dumplings. You have to go to the beginning of the video to see how she made them. So it's a rewatch.
Try one more.
What's that?
You can try. Do you like those?
Yeah. Good.
What do you taste in them? Do you taste flour at all?
Tastes like a pancake without the sugar.
See? They almost taste like a pancake without the sugar. And a little bit more dense. Because it's supposed to be a dumpling. And if these fall
Maybe
apart...
you throw a little bit of garlic in there in the mix.
Yes, but if you make these and they all break and fall apart...
apart.
If you make these and they all break and fall apart, that means you put too much liquid in it. It has to be super gooey like I made it. Or they'll well break apart if you don't do them right. They'll fall apart on you. That's not nice.
And believe me, it's a practice because I've been trying to make them since my mother died. And I think Ruby helped me out. I think I'm not putting enough egg in it.
Jeff, I got the air on. Close that.
We do.
Yes. Yes, it's hot in here from all this cooking. Actually, this is smoking, guys. I gotta turn my fan on because it's gonna go in my house. Just for a brief minute till I'm done cooking these. And I think those are cooked. Alright. Now I'm just going to sit my frying pan over here, off to the side, leave the dumplings right there. Done with the oil. And I want to wipe just a bit of this grease that's splattered off so I don't cause a fire. Because I will be using this stove. Now, I'm going to bring you guys over here again. So are we good? Good in the hood? Okay. One thing with olive oil, it does not have a high smoke point. So you have to be extremely careful with olive oil. Okay. So now let's prep our onions. I'm going to go outside for a minute. Can't stand smoke.
My neighbor just drove up and I was looking at his car and I'm blinded by the sun hitting it. Now I can't see. Okay, now, let's see the rest of this. Every now and then, Patsy, she turns around to somewhere and she's talking and you can't hear her. She's got to be like right next to that microphone. Found some. What'd she find?
The smoke's gone. Whew. Okay. So I have a nice big red onion. And I have a nice package of thickly sliced bacon, which I'm going to chop up. What do I want to do first? I can't use that frying pan because I need my big one. And this one is kind of a Teflon. But Miku's in his room, so only time I'll use it. But it's a nice deep frying pan. See, it's very deep and it's well used. I think I'll cut the onion first. Get all that yucky skin off. Throw this in the garbanzo. Okay. I don't care about that. I bought brand new knives because my other ones were totally dull. And I needed new ones. And they don't recommend these kinds of knives to be sharpened. So once they go dull, they're not expensive. I just buy another set. Hence why this knife is super sharp. Very sharp. Very sharp. I need Band-Aid. I poke. The point of it is sharp too. I poke myself with the point. Just like I do with them damn scissors. Constantly. So. I was going to put a Band-Aid on for a minute. Yep. So, how do you like that? Don't want blood on my food. Oops. Now I'm dicing these very small pieces.
Did you cut yourself?
Yep, I poked with the point. Poked
Oh,
myself.
poor girl.
I didn't cut myself with the knife. I poked it. Okay. All right, that's good. Now,
Right, Robert. No cutting of the palms or fingers or hands. Too late.
I didn't cut myself. I poked myself.
I know, but I'm looking at what Robert put up. So, hey, pay attention to your own cooking.
Now you're going to cut this bacon into teeny tiny pieces. And I'm not cutting off all this fat because you need that flavor to go into your your dumplings. But it will render down anyway in the frying pan. I'm not worried. I saw Jeff just steal another dumpling, guys. He walked by
He's probably hungry.
He walked by the stove and there's lots of food for him to eat. Now, I like these, believe it or not, with cottage cheese. Lots of people like it with sour cream, almost as if you're eating a pierogi. I'm not liking...
Morning, Olivia.
No, that's not going to work. Maybe it will.
She said that's what we call steaky bacon.
What kind of bacon?
Steaky?
Oh.
No, she said streaky bacon.
Oh.
Streaky bacon.
Oh. There was one on bottom.
A lot of times when I make wilted lettuce, I look for the bacon with the most fat in it. I love wilted lettuce. Oh my God.
What's wilted lettuce?
I could eat like 3 heads of lettuce of that stuff.
Might have been a good idea to maybe freeze this a little bit. It would have been a lot easier to cut. Who knows?
Yeah. Just put it in your freezer for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I have another package in there, but it's frozen solid. You gotta have a real good amount of bacon and onions. That's gonna give it the final touch. But boy, oh boy, does it boost its flavor. Especially if I'm leaving these sit overnight. Ooh-hoo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Okay, now it's getting a little tough to cut because these are getting smaller and I don't want to cut off my fingers, especially with these new knives. There you go. Ta-da. Okay, be right back. Gotta wash my hands. They're all greasy. All right. Very good. Now, I use wooden cutting boards all the time, all my life. Especially when you have brand new sharp knives. You want to use a wooden cutting board. But to clean that, you need to use lemon juice on it. So, but I'll do that later. So right now, we got our pan on. I'm gonna move you over here again. Whoopsies. Can you see okay? Yep. We're good in the hood. Okay. So, get all this mixed in. Oh, this smells good already and I haven't even cooked it. Now I'm just going to bring that temperature up. I'll be right back. Shit. Stay.
Yes, she did, Patsy. She was trying to use them last night.
Sit down for a minute, guys. I hurt. Oh, my feet. My feet hurt. All right. Now, because I got this little pan here, I'm not going to be able to mix it well in there, so I'm going to use my big roasting pan to toss the dumplings with the onions and the bacon. I was going to say garlic, but you can put garlic. I prefer not. This is not really a garlicky dish to me. So I've got my heat turned up pretty high.
Bye, Robert. Hey, Cheryl. Good morning.
What did Patsy ask? I can't see my computer from here. She asked if I cut myself already.
She wanted to know how you like your magnifying glasses. I said you like them really well.
Yes, I do.
You really like them.
But they hurt my ears and I had to take them off last night. So
Let me see if it's padded somehow.
there's a band that goes, it's an elastic band that goes around it too, but I can't figure out how to get it off. Get the handles off and put the band on. I didn't really play with it that much last night, but I do have a lot of my cross stitching done, so I'm quite pleased. Starting to look like something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm done this video, I'll be going outside in my gazebo and sitting down at the table to do all the rest of my other work. So I'll get set up in there and start another live. And I'll leave this one strictly for the dumplings, the fried dumplings with bacon and onions. So you can always reference back to it if you want. And you can always just skip through the process of everything cooking. Because I'm live, I can't skip through anything right now. But you can. When you're following the recipe, you can just skip through whatever you don't want. Right? Okay. You gonna help me set up in the gazebo to finish up my salads?
Okay.
You gonna go open up the walls?
Put it under advisement.
Shut up. You're not gonna get none
What?
of this.
Oh, I was gonna say potato salad.
Yeah, I know you don't like it. But I was gonna make you some macaroni salad with Italian dressing. For that, you're not getting any now. You're getting, I'm gonna go purposely buy mayonnaise and ketchup and put it on your macaroni. Jeff! Deanna's gonna kill you. He's eating all the dumplings. Help! We won't have any by tomorrow. I gotta hide this from him.
Back away from the dumplings.
Right, Kathy? You tell him. I've already pre-cooked my potatoes, my eggs, and my macaroni. It's all pre-cooked, sitting in the fridge actually chilling because it should be very cold when you're working with it. My potatoes have been in the fridge for like 4 hours now. And I cooled them off a little bit on the counter first. And I'm making my potato salad the way my mother made hers. The only thing different...
Hello, good morning.
The only thing different is I am not putting mustard and pickle juice in mine. That's not going to happen. My mom always put a little bit of pickle juice and lots of mustard in potato salad. And I couldn't eat it. And I could tell because it's yellowy. And I'm like, oh, Mom, did you put mustard in this again? She's like, yep, that's that's the way your dad likes it. And I'm like, well, you could have put a side mean. Papa would have understood if you shared it. You know, just share it.
Well, you know what it is if you don't like it, don't eat it.
That's what she would say. You don't like it, you don't have to eat it. Like, I'm not going to eat it. Don't worry. Not going to eat it.
Yeah, that was pretty much the rule. This is the way I make it. Eat it or don't.
Yeah, I
can't
know.
believe you don't like mustard. Oh my God.
No, I don't like mustard
either.
at all. Oh God, if somebody puts mustard on a sandwich, like I go to sometimes, you know, you go to a baby shower or some kind of thing, wedding shower, and they put mustard on the ham and cheese. It's like, barf. Why did you have to put mustard on these sandwiches?
Oh, I love mayonnaise and mustard on my sandwiches.
Oh, God, no thank you.
I love
Yeah.
mustard on my hot dogs with my ketchup. I love mustard on my hamburger with my ketchup and my pickles.
Mustard and ketchup together. Disgusting.
Very,
Yum.
very and mayonnaise too. Ugh.
I like pretzels with mustard. Yum.
Oh, God.
I'll eat them with cheese.
How are we going to prep the mushrooms? Do we prep them with the asparagus, maybe?
What do you mean?
Yeah, in a dish to cook on the barbecue.
Oh.
What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
We don't need a lot.
Well, Shadow, you have to watch it from the beginning. She knows how to make the dumplings and everything.
Yep, these are the dumplings here, Phyllis. Those are all the dumplings, and I show you how to make them from start to finish. And that will feed a lot of people because they're very filling. You can't eat a lot of them.
You want to bet?
Well, I mean, Martha, you're going to just like sit in your chair and not ever get up after you eat too many.
Oh, I could eat quite a few of those.
No, I mean, if that's just your meal, yeah, they're just like a gnocchi. A gnocchi is very filling too. But I do need my roaster in order to mix these dumplings with the bacon and the onions, and then I'll put them back. Then I'll put them back in there. So that's what the dumplings look like in the roaster, but there's a lot of room for me to, and I'm just trying to brown these up a little bit. So I'm not going to throw away the grease, the bacon grease, because that's going to go right on top of the dumplings. That's a lot of bacon and onions, but you want to just get them a little bit browned. Not burnt, but browned. For sure. How are you, Phyllis? Oh, it's to die for. What do you think?
You're welcome, Shadow.
You will love these. You absolutely will love these. Dip them in some
What do you do?
bacon.
Just pour the bacon stuff over the noodles and you're done?
We're done. Oh my God. I gotta stop eating these because I'm gonna puke.
Well, why don't you stop eating those?
I can't.
Stop it, woman.
They're starting to brown now. That is beautiful. Get some browning going on here. Hey. Gorgeous. Hey. But lots of people will eat these with sour cream or cottage cheese to die for. I'll serve mine with cottage cheese because all my family loves cottage cheese. My girls.
Cottage cheese is good.
Oh, I love it.
I love sour cream.
Not me. I'm not a sour cream fan at all.
I like it. Especially with my baked potato.
Not me. Not at all, Martha. Martha.
Well, Ruby.
Wait till you go see the recipe, how easy it is. Phyllis. It's super easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Gotta stir this quite frequently now because it's starting to brown. And we don't want them to stick in the pan. And I hate grease. After I eat this meal, I'm definitely going to have to eat a Pepsid Complete because I am going to have severe heartburn, upset stomach.
Morning, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy. How are you? Tracy Heyman, hey. Welcome again. Holy cow, long time no see, girl. How are you? Where have you been, Miss Tracy? Hope you've been okay. I wish you guys, can you smell that? Smell-o-vision. Smell-o-vision. Hi. What did Phyllis say? What did Phyllis say? I can't read it.
I will be Raj because I just got here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to rewatch to learn how to make this because Phyllis, your family is going to love you more than they do now if you make this for them. And make sure you use lots of bacon. I use the thick slice stuff because that stuff's expensive. It's like $13 for that, what you saw me cut up. But it's thick sliced, and that gave me a lot of bacon. It was like $12.97 or something for that bacon, so yeah. But you want the nice thick stuff because you want nice pieces to go when you bite into your dumpling. You can bite into the bacon and onions. Get that flavor. Yep, these are browning up beautifully. I am loving this.
I'm gonna go make me some.
Somewhat. What is she making? Noodles?
What you are, I think.
Oh, what I'm making? Good girl, Laura thought it's about time. I was wondering how long it would take her to get up and go make them.
She can't take it. She's got to make
She can't take it anymore, no. Oh, these are coming out, oh, perfectly. Don't want to overcook it either, though. So I think this is good. It's got a little bit of brown color to it. Can you guys see that in the camera? You do not want to no, you can't. I just want them to get a little wee bit more browner. I don't want crispy bacon. So I'm going to turn that off. Move my fan. Move the dumplings here. And move the camera over here so you guys can see the dumplings. Again, there we go. We're back. So now I've turned this off and I'm just going to let them kind of cook a little bit in the pan while the grease is still very hot. See, it's got a very nice light brown color to it. Very light brown. Now, you're just going to take that and dump it all over your dumplings. And then you're going to toss them. And that cools them right off, cools the bacon down because these are nice and cooled. And that is your beautiful, beautiful dish of dumplings with bacon and onions. How does that look? Amazing, right? So now I'm going to just transfer it back to its pan. And I am going to let them cool right down before I put them in the refrigerator to sit overnight. And there you go. What a lovely, divine dish to serve to your family for a get-together, friends. Just smear your bacon everywhere because it's just like, look at how delicious that looks. Hallelujah. Now this is the longest it's taken me to make one dish, but I don't spend a lot of time fussing over all kinds of dishes to cook. So this to me is a special occasion. I'm just washing my hands. It's a special occasion because we are allowed to have groups of 10 or more now, or 10 or less, not 10 or more. Groups of 10 or less starting today. So this is in celebration of that. So that's that. I'll take a picture of it and I'll throw it up on the website. Not the website, on the Facebook. I'll get a nice up close one so you can see really up close. So that's it. Now I'm not even going to put the lid on this because there is a plastic lid that goes over top, but I want this to cool down. So I'm just going to leave it sit. Tomorrow I'll put a tin foil over it. I'll stick it in the oven at 170 degrees because that's the lowest my oven will go. And I'm just going to let it warm through for tomorrow's dinner. So I'll just let it sit and get nice and toasty warm, and then it's good to go. So I'm going to go gather up all my ingredients that I need for my next video of my potato macaroni, my deviled eggs, and the mushrooms and asparagus that I'm going to make. And I'll meet you out in the gazebo. So I'll be back in about a half an hour to an hour. All right, guys. Please let me know if you make this. Post pictures. I really would love to see other people make this because I'm telling you right now, you are going to love this dish. So give it a whirl. God bless. See you guys in about an hour. Bye, y'all.